ZAID holding Real Madrid. Ribia, take it away.
We're back for the action, the moment we've been waiting for. We're back again. The colors have changed, but the teams are the same. X Mosa in Arsenal and Mr. ZAID coming in with
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. But here we go. Arsenal attacking, a chance here to shoot for X Mosa, a chance to score here. X Mosa getting the rebound here. Getting the rebound, really make something out of it. X Mosa on attack. On the edge of the box, X Mosa moving the ball nicely. X Mosa trying to find a chance here to shoot. Turns a shoot here for X Mosa. Again, the keeper save. Nice keeper movement coming in from ZAID, trying to hold his blushes, and luckily manages to get a goal kick.
This is ZAID off the restarts, barely surviving that onslaught there. Now sending it downstream. Real Madrid still, hold on. ZAID is still holding Real Madrid. Mosa holding Arsenal. ZAID holding Real Madrid, and this is ZAID with Real Madrid holding Vinicius Jr. sending it downstream, still with a chance. Dangerous territory. Doesn't miss its target. Sloppy pass there.
The ball roll was nice, the pass not so much. He sets up X Mosa on the counter-attack. X Mosa on the wing with Saka. X Mosa turning. Again, same mistake made by both of them. The missed pass at the very last minute, taking them off the money bracket right now. Remember, 3 points to play for. All you need is to win. But look, X Mosa wins the ball back. X Mosa the chance to shoot you. Oh, passes at the wrong opportunity. That smelled like Trivella o'clock. But he passed it on. Oh, KG affair here, Mr. Barrymana. How's it going for you so far?
I don't think it's KG at all. I think X Mosa has come out of the interruptions and the delays, sparring and raring to go. He's showing he looks very different. The kid changed. I think he has something against the yellow kid.
X Mosa now on attack. X Mosa, he's been very, very, very attacking in this game compared to the last one. The technical glitches have been fixed, and we can see him now flourishing in his full attack mode. X Mosa in black with Arsenal. X Mosa moving the ball at the edge of the box. Fantastic interplay. Just 1-2 touch right there. Keeping the ball and hitting like a hot potato, trying to find an opportunity to get into the box. Now, Mosa on the wing, right wing, his favorite wing so far. Attacking here.
He's striding forward with purpose. Dangerous territory, still lacking. He didn't find a way through. Now sends it back to calm the game down. Just breakthroughs, spread the field apart, but still a sloppy pass there, well intercepted. This is still ZAID.
Hey man, the reads being done by these players is amazing. The defenders on the interception, the composure on defense is world class here. ZAID trying to attack it, but again, the defense, like we said so far, no shots so far, at least from coming in from Mr. ZAID. X Mosa has had 3 shots saved by ZAID keeper movement. So very good game so far. But let's wait and see let's wait for ZAID to throw the first punch. But for now, it's X Mosa controlling the game.
Very good keeper movement so far by ZAID. He's been defending a lot, and so far he's been spot on with his defense.
And let's go now. ZAID again, all to do in defense. X Mosa moving the ball nicely, recycling all the way back to his centre back, and now he finds space. Gets the ball in with Calafiori on the left wing. X Mosa now attacking from a different vantage point, this time from the left wing. Nice ball play right there, nice interplay, fantastic ball coming in from X Mosa. To the right wing he goes now. This is the favorite wing. X Mosa with Saka on the right wing, looking dangerous here. X Mosa looking like he's setting something up, and again the same place he lost the ball last time, he loses again. Fantastic interception coming in from ZAID. If this was Kenya, I would say I'm a song, but that means he's been read completely. And a nice, fantastic through ball coming in, but cut short by Mr. ZAID.
The black wall holds the line so far. It's still all Mosa's, the Arsenal shirts, completely sending a barrage of attacks and spending more time in ZAID's half than he'd like, honestly.
Shout out to Let Veteran Clark saying King ZAID and the South Africa flag. A lot of support coming from ZAID. None of the Egyptians flag showing right now. ZAID showing a lot of support from the chat, and of course he has his coach right here, Zulu Brew from the gallery just shouting for him. So, and he needs it right now because again he has to withstand another attack. A through ball here. A chance for X Mosa to score the first goal. Ball roll. Oh, hits the bar. Ball roll past the goalkeeper, and the shot hits that ugly wide stanchion. It's still 0-0. ZAID withstanding his first shock of the game.
Stunning how much the goalposter usually wants to play the game as well. It comes in clutch. This is now, it's ZAID coming into a response. Trying to search forward, striding forward with purpose. A bit of a cutback, a long one there. Kamavinga trying to find his way through. Passes off to Mendy. It's still ZAID with purpose. Weaving through, dancing, but a sloppy pass, well intercepted. This time, Mosa read the script and he said, no, I do not approve.
No shots so far coming in from ZAID. The keeper from X Mosa might as well be having a picnic right now. ZAID needs to throw something at it. Something. Just you miss all the shots you don't take. At least give him a goal kick or something. At this point, we need more attack from ZAID. But his strike now, ZAID on attack. This is almost the 45th minute, and you know scripting sometimes helps in FIFA. And yes, we get him. 1v1 for ZAID. He shoots. Blocked again by the centre back. That won't even come to the shot. What a defensive action. Composure, composure, composure from X Mosa.
I think so far we're seeing players who have their gameplay and they're sticking by their guns. So that's why we're seeing X Mosa, despite us all knowing he's going to his right wing to look for Saka, he's still opting for it. And ZAID has been overwhelmed, but he can always get his opportunity, as we saw with the first time through ball, to release his player.
Look, he said the word sticking to their guns. At least the players are sticking to their guns. The only people who aren't are chat, because the poll has shifted. Suddenly people are changing their votes there. I mean, the opinion is starting to change with the way the game is playing out right now. Thoughts, Ribia, as we move forward?
Thinking I saw them online, most of them looked pretty tense right now. Like we said, the draw, my comment and my prediction is looking likely to be right now. But here we go now. X Mosa attacking yet again. X Mosa attacks to shoot for X Mosa. Saved again, gets the rebound. Goes wide. X Mosa with a golden opportunity.
Hold on.
But the goose didn't lay a golden egg. I can't believe it's still 0-0. What a chance that goes begging from X Mosa.
I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm stunned that that did not go in off the rebound. That was strange to me. But hey, we start out again.
Wow, what an attack here. ZAID now, man. Will we see X Mosa regretting missing those chances? Because FC 25 is a cruel game. It's not about the number of chances you get, it's about the number of chances you take.
Right now, again, starting off with the Arsenal shirts. Reminder, if you just joined us, in Arsenal shirts, this is X Mosa of Egypt. For Team Rad, taking a chance as he strides forward again on the onslaught, breaking into the breach once more, but this time ZAID is holding steady. The white shirts, the white wall, holding the line and looking to respond in kind and break first blood and then some on the outskirts, lurching into dangerous territory with a chance. With room, will he capitalize? Looking back, a cutback, still finding a way to weave, but no room to shoot, as this time the Arsenal shirts hold steady.
ZAID has registered the shot, but he is looking deadly right now. Finally, we see him out of his shell, playing the attacking football that we've known him for in Goliath game. But X Mosa again, that dangerous right wing, hugging the byline, he dribbles it outside. He was trying to do way too much on the byline. And now we get to see ZAID finally. I like ZAID now. ZAID is coming back into the zone. I feel like now ZAID is playing his own game now. ZAID attacking, getting into nice spaces and nice opportunities here. He has the numbers in his favor now. ZAID holding the ball, but taken away by X Mosa, but it is a foul.
Bit of a foul. Now we restart again. It is ZAID's ball. Still looking to break first blood. Either side, no one has cracked the other. They're just completely gauging each other's game. The midfield barely being touched, but now just looking to slow things down and find his way forward. It's still ZAID. Downstream, he sends it. Cut back again. Getting a bit cagier this time. Barry, expectations still?
First of all, Eugene, I'd like to remind you, there was a question you asked about why X Mosa missed the rebound. It's because pro players use precision shooting. Precision shooting gives them a more manual control of their shots. So
Hold on, we have an attack here coming in. X Mosa might actually have to defend here, because now looking hot on attack is ZAID. Again, a monster nothing, fantastic defense.
yeah, so as I was saying, so in that instance, it gives them a better shooting opportunity. But for rebounds or when you get a bit excited, you're more than likely to position your shot out of the goalpost.
Fair enough. Precise expectation, precise explanation rather. Precision shooting.
The game is still 0-0. If it's
Yes.
a draw, remember it's 1 point each in the group, and if somebody wins, it's 3 points in 0. But hold up,
Oh.
ZAID now on attack.
Wow.
Oh, he had player lock, but the pass did not work out. Will he regret that? Let's wait and see now. Back on attack now is X Mosa. X Mosa on attack.
That was almost a fatal mistake there. That was almost a fatal mistake there.
Have I ever told you my quote from Brandy?
No.
Almost doesn't count now. X Mosa now on attack. X Mosa.
Still searching
Mosa. Mosa, the chance to shoot here. Mosa coming in from Egypt. Number 1 ranked in Africa. 44 in the world. Mosa. A chance to shoot for Mosa. Blocked by the goalkeeper. We have, I think, our second corner of the game. Mosa. Shots it short.
Quickly taken. It's short. Yeah, quickly taken. As he finds his way back long towards the midfield to find some space, give himself some room, that field to spread apart, and now in dangerous territory on the outskirts, within dangerous territory, back to the outskirts. Any room he can celebrate at this point, just so long as he can celebrate possession, but possession doesn't win the game, and I don't think either side wants to settle for just 1 point. They just want it all. If you're just joining us once more, this is X Mosa of Egypt, ZAID for Goliath Gaming of South Africa, and now this is in the Arsenal shout, Mosa striking first blood.
Gets the ball in a nice 1-2, shoots it at the top left corner. X Mosa draws first blood. X Mosa 1, ZAID 0, Egypt 1, South Africa 0. What a game so far.
X Mosa showing that composure in front of the keeper. That was very, very ice. That was akin to the Iceman.
The presence of mind to first take a touch before shooting, man. If it was me, man, I'm blasting. Look at him. He scored a goal on stream, but look at him. He still looks calm and composed, almost like a psychopath. He's just there like, oh, focused. Focused on his mid, focused on me, not looking down. On the other side, you have ZAID. He had to change his tactics right there. ZAID looking like he wants to come back into the game.
Barry, if you're ZAID right now, where's your head at?
My head will still be in the game. I think given the structure of the tournament, you can't afford to let your head slip. And ultimately, it's top 2 who go through. So it might be a poor showing. And especially after the technical hitches, I'm sure if you let it ruminate, such thoughts will creep up on you and it can ruin your day.
Yeah,
Let's look at the tactics right now. What do you think is being done here right now by both teams?
For ZAID, we're anticipating that he's going attack. He's going to player rules. He's going to focus his attack. But more than likely, he won't be so gung-ho with it because he was already attacking. It just X Mosa had read him. I don't anticipate he'll change too much. He's just changing the player rules, so he won't change his formation. The key for this is stick to your guns. You already know what's working, and it's a game of narrow margins. So just getting new players on and maintaining.
He's changed his central midfielders now to be deep line playmakers from just holding defenders right now. So I think a little bit more attacking, but again, just a slight change that might seem over the top. But remember, X Mosa has had all the chances. As we speak right now, I don't think ZAID has registered a shot on goal.
Yeah, he hasn't. In fact, he was quite unfortunate. Those are Trivella, which he had lined up, but I think the animation betrayed him. And you can't count on that. You need to just push, hoping that you can figure it out.
All right, the game is looking we're about to get back into it. 70 minutes played, 1-0 in favor of X Mosa. They're making the decision right now. ZAID trying to get back into the game. Now, Barry, man, you've been in this position before. A late goal, you're not doing well in the game. How do you position yourself, brother?
I guess it would depend on the rules, but the rules here, goal difference is very important. So in such a context, I don't think I would actually be as risky. I'd be quite conservative, maybe try and pick up things for the coming up games. And more than likely, ZAID and Mosa are already favorites in this group. So if they stick with that favorite tag, he can expect to meet him again. So you can already start analyzing your gameplay and maybe thinking, I'm sure the way their minds work, he's already replaying shots he did, how he defended, what he could have done better.
So you're saying if you're gonna lose, make it at 1-0 because goal difference is killer in this tournament so far. And remember, they're in the group of death. It is in that group A, South Africa, Egypt, Tanzania, and South Sudan. 4 of the favorites in one group. Hot stuff.
If you're just joining the live stream and wondering what's happening here and who's playing currently, and you're not up to date, this is X Mosa of Egypt, playing his trade for Team Rad, currently ranked 45th in the world, not Africa, in the world. Currently in the Africa, he's first. He's top of the African board. So yeah, that's where we stand. For the other side, this is ZAID April, plying his trade, Goliath Gaming by name and by nature. The South African team, well represented by ZAID April there. A team that literally spells fear. That should be their middle name,
Bro.
Fear.
And you know, Esports Spain is also sponsored by Nike, I believe. And myself, I'm sponsored, looking for a sponsor right now. Let's talk about the prize money. What would you do if you won the $5,000? Myself, one of my favorite tourist destinations is Turkey. I'd like to visit Turkey for one or two reasons. That's what I'd do with $5,000. What would you be doing?
You assume you're talking to a sane person. I would first make sure I withdraw that money in cash, put it all in my bedroom, and do a Scrooge McDuck swimming pool backstroke inside the money. Just
what currency would you be withdrawn?
I'd go for Ugandan shillings. Ugandan shillings, you fill the whole room. You'll fill the whole room.
With
you might even suffocate. It'll be like, oh my gosh, so many shillings. Shout out to Uganda on chat. I can see the flags right there. Loving what you're doing.
In fact, coming up, we have Uganda Axam's Uganda, and versus Rwanda's Praise as the next fixture coming up.
Man, the home team well represented coming in. Now, the Rwandan side, the Rwandans have their fans in the crowd right now. Of course, he has a bit of a backing. Praise with the hard task, the heavy task, but the enviable task of carrying his country and flag on his back for the first inaugural SportsBIZ Africa Esports Cup. $5,000 at stake. We'll tell you about the division of that money later on. But yeah.
A heavy task indeed, Praise. And you know what they say, heavy is the head
that wears the crown.
And also heavy is Abu Dhabi's head, you know, the ponytail and all the size, you know, take it one and like a hat. But that's what's important. What's important right now is how can you keep your head in the game. ZAID almost back in. You can see them talking already. They'll be going back in the next 5 minutes or so, and you're going to see the final 20 minutes of the matchup. So it's looking exciting so far.
And just a clarification, I don't think ZAID is going to accept a loss.
No.
And even the mindset I was talking about, being risk averse.
Yes.
It's not necessarily that you're accepting the situation. It's more of how you're trying to change it. You're a bit conservative as opposed to being tunnel focused.
Yeah.
So we expect ZAID to go for it and maybe play for a draw, but if he sees an opportunity, he can even go try and push further.
Okay. All right. Still, we're currently, Ribia, take us through the score. And Barry, take us through how we got here. The scoreline finds the South African on the back foot, now chasing a leveler goal. Dire situation. How did we get here, Barry? And what needs to change, Ribia? How did we get here first?
What needs to change?
No, how did we get here, Barry? And what needs to change, Ribia?
Yeah, Ribia is excited.
Yeah, very excited, man.
He wants to get it.
He wants to get into the action.
Yeah, no, he's been analyzing, as he's always pointing out. He's a former pro player, so his mind is always working on the game. Anyway, how did we get here? I think we have to acknowledge that there's been interruptions, and with this inaugural game, unfortunately, it's been plagued with issues, and we've had a swing state. But ultimately, we have two really good players, and X Mosa executed a player lock to perfection. He baited it out while using his left back to trigger the run, and he figured out to cut it back. And it was after that, once he was in the box, it was composure personified, and he managed to get the goal that was befitting his play.
Yeah, Ribia, before you take us to the break, what needs to change?
What needs to change right now? I think is an address from the referee, because news, as they're making the settings, the PlayStation glitched. So we're going to have a verdict from the referee regarding what will happen next. I think they will play the second half.
I will hand over we'll want to hear the referees. I'll hand over my microphone to the referee, and then we'll hear the referee's verdict over the PlayStation's glitch.
So let's see as Eugene goes there. So I think we might get to see the second half being played again with the handicap. But let's wait and see. Now over to the referee, Mr. Soccer, the man with the gold chain. Tell us how it's going to be, Mr. Soccer. What's the verdict from the referee?
We had a glitch in the game, so they'll play the remaining 15 minutes, but X Mosa will get his goal.
X Mosa will get his goal.
Yes.
Only 15 minutes left in the matchup. That is the referee's decision. So it'll start at a handicap. Only 15 minutes to play. Now, in terms of if it's a restart, do you have an advantage, or do you prefer being down with the momentum? Or how would you look at it in yourself?
I think one thing which is tantamount to be observed is that these were players who were in the second half at the end of the game, and they will restart with stamina. So as opposed to now needing when the subs, I believe ZAID had already made a few subs to try and replenish his team. Now he has the opportunity to start, and this is with a full team of stamina, so it's a bit of a disadvantage to Mosa, but he still retains his handicap, and he also has stamina. So if I were in the position, luckily the tournament admin, Mr. Soccer, has already laid out the rules, and the players were already aware of the situations in such events. But if it were me, I would be quite happy, because it gives me an opportunity to fight back. But depending on which position, if you're Mosa, it also gives you an opportunity to hold the ball and stifle ZAID. ZAID might not even see these 15 minutes. The ball will just be passed around.
Now, there's a term you're going to learn, guys, called game management. You'll hear me and Eugene Abdabi calling it a lot, even Mr. Barry Manover. Game management is doing what you need to do to win. Why are you shaking your head? Game management. So, for example, if you're running up with 15 minutes, you pass the ball around. You've never said game management?
I've never said that word in my life. You're framing me. Eugene Abdabi said, yeah, what?
Barry Minor and John Ribia here will be saying game management a lot. It is a technique that you use to manage a game when you have a slim lead. Now, what you do is you make sure that you close the game off. Maybe he might be saying this: finish your breakfast. Finish what is ahead of you. Do you say finish your breakfast?
I say finish my breakfast.
There you go. He says finish your breakfast. So we might see that coming in from X Mosa. But before all that, we have a fantastic outbreak coming in here at Kigali, Rwanda. Over to you, and then we'll be back with the last 15 minutes of this amazing first matchup in the SPORTSBIZ Africa Esports Cup.
Okay, so apparently we're not going for an ad break at all. They're done setting up. Yeah, we're not going for that. I just threw you under the bus. We're not going anywhere, guys. Stay on the stream. I'm just going to, you don't get to say anything anymore. Now, here's what's going to happen, guys. For everyone on chat, we know you're excited. We know you're ready. We know you're pumped to see the action. But remember, this is a live production, and live productions everywhere have a bit of issues here and there. So be patient. Stand by. The action is coming to you. You'll be entertained. We'll get to you. Stay patient. We'll be with you. The game returns shortly. All the games, there's plenty of action going on throughout the rest of the day. So for now, if you just joined us, this is X Mosa versus ZAID April. Basically, Egypt versus South Africa, the true battle of the North versus the South. Currently, ZAID has fallen behind by 1 goal. The Goliath Gaming player has fallen behind by 1 goal, and you've given us both your takes of exactly what needs to happen, what went wrong, how we got here. And then we're going to go straight into the game as the players set up. No more wasting time. And you've just mentioned the important update here. What's happening as we move forward?
Again, they only played the last 15 minutes because as they were doing their settings, there was a game glitch right there. The game itself glitched, the PlayStation 5 glitched. So they'll only play the last 15 minutes. So they'll start at fresh 15 minutes, but it'll start with a handicap. That means X Mosa is still ahead 1-0. ZAID still has all to do. And I think this is heavily advantageous to ZAID. So we might get to see him come back into the game. And you can see we're almost back into the game. They're doing their last settings now. Now, Barry Minor, one last thing I can ask you though, in this type of situation is, are you throwing the kitchen sink at it? So throwing the kitchen sink means, like no, let me translate for you. It means like when you're trying to win. You know, like remember when Ferguson threw a shoe at Beckham. So they're saying throwing the kitchen sink means like you're trying your best to win. Now back to you, Barry. Are you?
I don't know what sort of lawyer you are. That your explanation of metaphor is failing. But anyway, let's take you with throwing the kitchen sink at it. If I'm saying, I think it will determine. I will determine based on if I'm kicking off.
Here we go, you're back into the game 1. If the handicap has been set, 15 minutes left to play for. In Real Madrid, in white, still is ZAID down a goal. And in Arsenal is X Mosa donning the black of Arsenal. Now ZAID in attack. ZAID looking for a chance here. The players went too early right there. They were in offside position. He was about to release them for a fantastic pass that would be through own goal. But you can see very patient there on the wing he goes. 3 minutes gone, just 12 minutes left. Changes again being made here by on the side by ZAID yet again. But they're about to slow it down right now. So yeah, so fantastic so far. Just a few minutes in, 3 minutes and just 12 left.
There, you could already see ZAID was triggering so many runs. We saw at one point he had about 4 players standing in the offside position, and it looks like ZAID's intentions are to throw the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah, he thinks like he's going for it all the way right now. You can see in the pictures right now, they are very ready to win the game. Now, ZAID, X Mosa, Egypt versus South Africa. Again, apologies, small technical difficulties, but going forward, once we settle to this game, it will be all smooth sailing. Now, chat, what's the chat saying, Mr. Eugene Abdel?
Someone is asking a very vital question that we might not have answered before. Is this home and away? No.
No. Single leg.
Yes.
Single leg. It's only single legs, not home and away. So just one game. And shout out to all of the streamers right now. So far right now, we have our live streamers almost getting to 1,000 players right now on live. So thank you to all of you watching from home. Thank you so much. Now back to the game we go. Throw in coming in for X Mosa. X Mosa again. You might see some game management there. He's trying to hold the ball just for 15 minutes, but here's the attack. He has the numbers advantage here. Exposing the high line of ZAID. X Mosa, chance to shoot here, crosses it in, shoots but blocked right there. No rebound going in his favor. ZAID on attack now. ZAID, 10 minutes left for ZAID. He's only playing for 15 minutes, remember. 8 minutes left for ZAID. Time is ticking right now. ZAID has all to do.
And right
Ball
now,
moving in for ZAID. He finally has the numbers advantage. 4v4 on attack now. ZAID gets the through ball. He tries it, but it's been read perfect by X Mosa. Now X Mosa will see him moving the ball. Game management time. Passing the ball across the centre back. You can see the press being triggered there. He gets the ball back in the press. No, not yet. But still pushing the people forward in the press is ZAID. The last 5 minutes of the game are upon us now. ZAID wins the ball back. ZAID throwing the proverbial kitchen sink at it. ZAID trying to get back to 1-1. ZAID gets the pass in. ZAID almost a shot here for ZAID. X Mosa now holding the ball, just waiting. 4 minutes left for X Mosa, but ZAID gets it back. I feel like this is it. This is the last attack. If he is to win, this is it. Mosa wins it back. Mosa now with the ball on the wing.
this is still Mosa surging forward, striding with purpose, looking to punish and extend his lead by another goal. Remember, the clock is ticking. They're only playing for 15 minutes, 2 minutes left. And now still Mosa playing for time, but still looking to add a goal to the tally. Glory, glory. He's searching, lacking a bit of a chip, but intercepted now with ZAID. Oh,
ZAID kicks the ball out. Remember, that could only play for 15 minutes, and that's it. The first winner of the game coming in from Egypt is X Mosa, winning against ZAID. Fantastic game management towards the end. Amazing sportsmanship from him, as you can see. He says what's up to his good friend right there, ZAID.